It's Kissy Brown TV show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my beautiful people. It's another beautiful day that God has given to us. That's why we're here again. So if it's your first time here, please try to subscribe and leave your hand on the notification bell for more videos and updates, so that anytime I drop videos, you'll be first person to be notified, so you can come around and grab new information, new updates. So here we'll talk about migrant and document issue. You want to know more about your document, you want to know more how to prepare yourself for commission appeal. I'm here to give you answers to your question. What you need to do is just hit me on my WhatsApp number. I'm here to give you answers to your question. So today let's talk about how they are planning to legalize irregular migrants. The Prime Minister of Agriculture, the Interior Minister, that is Luciana Lamorgese, and the Prime Minister of Italy, that is Giuseppe Conte. They are, agreements this month for them to pass these measures to regularize irregular migrants. The Minister of Agriculture, she said that Teresa Bellanova proposed the regularization of about 600,000 laborers and domestic workers to manage the crisis in the agricultural sector and face the illegal work that is creeping Italy. Understand? Regularize 600,000 irregular migrants who work in our feed and carers, women who live in our families are working as a black worker. The Minister of Agriculture, Food and Forest Policy, Teresa Bellanova, immediately asked for it by decree. The proposal launched in the last meeting with Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte and the party delegation held, forces that already in the next May decree they are regularized immediately with temporary resident permits of 6 months, renewable for another 6 months, housekeeper in our country and agricultural sectors. You see, the Prime Minister of Agriculture have proposed by regularizing irregular migrants who are working as a domestic workers and the farm workers, like the agricultural workers, and she have passed the measures to their parliament. And Joseph Conte and the Interior Minister, they are saying this May they will pass this law by giving them these 6 months, and they can still renew it to another 6 months to the housekeeper and the agricultural sector. Bellanova decree to immediately regularize 600,000 migrants. The intervention request by the Bellanova would consist in bringing out undeclared work and regularizing with an provision to be included in the May decree. The position is several thousand irregular migrants, even if the precise number cannot yet be established. Bellanova has made it known that she is also in contact with the Minister of Labour, Nunzia Catalfo, and say she wants to reach an agreement in the shortest possible time. For me, it is a question that must be resolved in this hour. What else do we want to wait for? The crisis in the agricultural sector. Let's go there. The Minister of Agriculture has been struggling for some time to find a solution to manage the absence of farm workers, also due to the health emergency of the coronavirus within the Italian countryside, so much so that the proposal to send to the feed has even been observed. People who receive citizenship income can also apply to work in the farm. So in my previous video, I said they said that people who receive citizenship income, they can still apply to work in the farm because they need workers. 370 workers are missing. 370,000 workers are missing. So that's why she wanted to pass this measure this month, so that these people can go and work in legalized, with legalized contracts. She don't want this mafia to benefit anymore. So she wanted to pass these measures this month. So she have agreed with the Joseph Conte, that the Prime Minister of Italy, and the Interior Minister this month. Let's wait. So they are working hard for it. So let me continue reading. She said that regularization of the laborers and the domestic workers through the Sanatoria have not yet been defined in the details, but Bellanova think that the process by identifying the short of migrants achieved at the time of their entry in our country to speed up the procedure, the minister thinks she can take the path of temporary residence permit, at least at first, so that they can start with this one, this temporary permit, that is this 6 months. So later they can renew it on that 6 months, so that then they can fight for that sanatoria. So they can fight for that sanatoria. So what we need to do, let me finish with that. I will give you some what we need to do later. Just wait. It is a due and it is a dutiful choice by the state. It must be done now, in the degree we are about to launch. Otherwise, we put all of our efforts at risk. Just take a tour to the ghettos to understand that there are conditions that cry out for revenge. Our humanity is affected. Let them go to ghettos. Let them go and see how these irregular migrants are living. The condition that cry out for revenge, our humanity is affected. Understand? For this coronavirus that is going on, they still leave those people suffering. And they want to leave those people so that these mafias can come again and use them to work. And this woman said these people who are working irregularly, they are paying them €3 per hour. €3 per hour. That she don't want it. How will those people use that money to benefit? If the work, this seasonal work stop, how will they continue living? I wish these people are legalized. They have, legalized contracts. If that contract stop, these people can request for unemployed so that the government can repay them because they have contributed. They have paid taxes. That is how the rule work. Understand? Now they are planning this month to pass this law. So you as irregular migrants, you need to fix a date or call your lawyer to know when they are going to pass the law. Always be contact to your lawyer. So maybe this degree they will pass it to the questura. So when questura starts working, so they can start issuing these people this document, this 6 months document. After the 6 months expire, you can renew it on that 6 months. You can use it to work. So you can access to medical care. Understand? So when these people fall sick, when these people get injured, they can access to medical care. So these people are living in the unconditioned, settlement. It's not good. So that's why they are fighting so hard for them to pass this law. These domestic workers are working in the citizen people house, and they are irregular. So if these people go outside and contact from this coronavirus, they bring it to where they are working, the coronavirus will still increase. Understand? So if these people have contracts, if they fall sick, they can be home, access to the doctors, so that they can. When you access to doctor, they will still be paying you because you are legalized. You have a contract. Understand? Because if you don't have contract, these people would like to go back to work, so they want to work because they want to earn money, and this virus won't stop. They can pass it out to the country to other peoples. So that's why they are planning to put on these measures so that people can go when they fall sick, when you are working, you fall sick, you can go, you can access to doctors. So doctors can give you time to stay at home so that you can care for yourself. They can still pay you if you are home because you are legalized, you have contracts. So, but when you don't have contract, people want to work with the sick body, they can still go to work because they want to work. So their health is in risk, and other people who are still working in that sector, their health is still in risk. So this coronavirus issue cannot reduce. The risk of the coronavirus cannot reduce because these people don't have contracts. These people don't have documents. They're not legalized. So by passing these measures, these people can access to documents. These people can have irregular contracts. These people can pay taxes. These people can live and settle their future. So many people are working hard, but they want to plan for families, but they cannot have families because how will they feed their family? How will they feed their family? So that's why they are planning to pass these measures. So that these people can access to better their future. These people can access to better their family also. Understand? The way these people are living, in the ghetto which they are living, is not good. So that's why they are saying it. If not so, this thing is affecting the humanity also. Understand? Also, this woman are crying. This woman is crying hard. There's the Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of Interior, and Joseph Conte. They are fighting hard for them to pass this measure this month. So we pray so hard this measure should be passed, so that these people can obtain documents So these people can secure their life, they can secure their health also. Understand? So that these people can have a better contract. Because they are underpaying them. €3 every hour is too low. When their work stop, these people cannot, they cannot access for unemployed unemployed contracts, so that the government can pay them back because they have contributed to the taxes. Because when you have contracts, when your contract stop, they will still pay you because you were having contract before. You pay taxes, you pay contribution. So when your work stop, they can still pay you by assessing for this bonus, because many of them cannot access for this bonus. Understand? These people living, these people, their health is in danger also. Their health is in danger. They are still in that ghetto. Now seasonal work want to start. This seasonal work want to start also. The harvesting time is near. So that's why they want to pass this message. Those people can access for these documents. So these people can access for doctors. So those people can better their future. So these people can rent a better apartment. So people can live well. So that's why they're fighting to legalize these irregular migrants. So maybe this May they are planning to pass this measure on Questura. So you need to contact your lawyer to know more information about this. Understand? That is the information that just came in. So you need to contact your lawyer to know if they have passed this law, because the Questura are ready to work very soon. Very soon they will start working, because they have a lot of work to do this year, because many people have their document have expired and many people want to go and collect their document. Questura, now if they pass this law, there are a lot of work that Questura are going to work this month. And even if they start work, many people understand there's a lot of work to do. So that's why this woman said, like, let us pass these measures, like to give them this working permit, so they can, this temporary permit, so that these people can access for healthcare. These people can have contracts. These people can study with it. These people can better their life with it. From then later they can fight for this Sanatoria, because the Sanatoria is still there. The details they have already proposed for Sanatoria, but let them start with this 6 months. Then later you can renew to another 6 months. From then God can do it. They can pass this measure with this measure that is the Sanatoria, so that people can better their life with this Sanatoria. Because Sanatoria, they can give you 1 year contract, 1 year from above 1 year contract. You can have 1 year document, so you can from there you can renew it to 2 years. From there you can renew it again. After 5 years you can access for Carta de Sojourno. Understand? That is a better one, because these irregular migrants, they are increasing every day. Understand? Because when Savini when he was in government, he stopped this humanitarian. This humanitarian was it was 1 year, so he turned it to 2 years. So without contracts, without contract you cannot renew your humanitarian. Maybe they can give you 1 year. After the 1 year, your document is gone. So this one, she's trying to bring back the humanitarian, so that without work you can still renew it, so that people, the irregular migrants will stop increasing, so that when you have work, you can still you can apply for working contract documents. So you can renew it after 5 years. You can apply for Carta de Sojourno. There is a better benefit for those people. So people who have work can benefit also, because they have many irregular migrants working and they don't have documents. So that's why they are planning for them to pass this temporary 6 months. After the 6 months, you can renew to another 6 months. So before then, this Sanatoria can be out, so that you can obtain this Sanatoria, so you can better your life by having a better document. So you can travel with it to your country. You can travel to visit many countries if you want. So to better your future, so people can rent a better apartment to live. So people can access for to hospital. So understand? You can access for medical care also. Understand? That's why they are fighting for it. So we need to be patient, and we need to be prayerful also. So we need to love each other also. We need to love each other. Understand? We need to love each other, because when love exists in our midst, things can change. When love exists in this continent, positive things can change in our lives. So we need to grab love. We need to embrace love also. So my brother and sister, let's back up with these documents with our prayer. So let's contact our lawyers to know more information about these documents, these temporary documents. So let's contact our lawyer. It's 6 months document. You can renew to another 6 months, so you can work with it. You can access to medical care, so you can go to school with it. So maybe gradually, the woman said, maybe gradually, the Prime Minister said, maybe gradually they can pass this Sanatoria. So the Sanatoria is there already. So now this May, they said they want to pass this degree, this measure, this 6 months temporary document, so people can access, to work, to have contracts, because she don't want anybody to work illegal, to have illegal contract this year. So she wants everybody to have a better contract, so that you can contribute when your seasonal work stop, so that you can go for unemployed, so they can repay you back. Understand? Because when this work stop, how can these people live? How will they live? Understand? So that's why she's saying, if they pass this law, you have contracts. When your contract stop, the seasonal work stop, you can go for unemployed. You have unemployed, you can go to this CAF or free Centro per l'Impiego. They can help you for that. When you have contracts, if your contract stop, you can go for disoccupato. Disoccupato, they will pay you back. They will pay you till another seasonal work starts. So that's why they want to pass this measure. Those people can benefit also. People have been working irregularly, and people have been working so like a black work without no contracts. It's not. You say she don't like that. They cheat them because they are irregular. So she don't want that to happen this year. So that's why she's fighting for the irregular migrants. So let's be prayerful, my brothers and sisters. So please stay connected to this channel. More updates will be coming in. So let's stop from here. See you on my next video, and stay connected. Much love and stay safe, my brothers and sisters. So let's see you on my next video, and bye for now. Love you guys.